6-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
If you never stop, and like
Never stop.
at this
It's not the
time,
same.
at this time there's zero traffic, really?
But flights would be a lot more
Get
expensive.
me a
No, I'm not
shield.
saying that, but I'm not against it, I'm against the 6 hours. It will never last 6 hours.
It's a good thing for
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, that's better than 9 hours.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
plus you have your own cars, it's way easier. No, yeah, we're just like.
Okay.
Who's better is
Right,
this?
right. So it seems like the conference sounds like a really great opportunity, and you have more than enough to work with, probably. But for SGA's purposes, now that you have these other opportunities, you should probably look into those and get back to Arlindo about what you think would be the best for you, for him to approve or deny.
If you want to rent or get mileage reimbursement driving your own car or whatever. But keep in mind the max is still up. Have a great weekend, you see your next people.
Right, that was good.
Did anybody else have any other questions, or?
You guys have an Android cord?
An Android?
Omar, each of you down there has to ask one question before the end of the day.
I'm just here to
Not-
make
not
sure
here.
nobody gets name tags. It's my only
No, you
purpose.
guys-
Okay. We'll be in contact with you soon. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. You don't want name tags?
No. Wait, do you remember the first meeting?
No.
Okay, so remember like the ISNT like group? They asked for 10 name tags, $7 a name tag
Oh.
for their officers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, you know, we went back and forth for like 5 minutes about name tags, and Orlando was like, stop asking about name tags.
Yeah.
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 Good times.
They're waiting on someone.
Which group?
Computer engineering.
Good old John Bob.
That's what this buddy's doing, take the kid for the better. He's a, hey, what major is he?
Computer science.
Hey, Justin Timberlake.
He's Justin Timberlake.
I'm telling you, that's results. When you plug your phone to charge or your laptop, plug this first, then plug this. Because if you plug this first and then this, the battery is still
Yeah, they were.
What? Wait, hold on, re-explain that. Is this some like Albanian, like gypsy magic you're trying to tell me about?
One was under
Call me a
5
gypsy.
and one was 5.
I explained this to me again.
I'm saying like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, exactly.
My friend, she had to make an error go like 6.5.
Like this.
Okay.
Cops.
Whoa.
Right?
Wasn't it?
I was like,
Wait, I thought we could like.
Because that doesn't receive, that cord doesn't receive, it only
Yeah,
transfers energy.
yeah.
So if there's no energy that comes from the battery to that, 'cause there's no way for it to do
No, I'm
that.
saying like from the.
Got out.
plug this.
I know she had a non-emergency.
So like, then like you have already, like as
It
soon as
wasn't
this
planned, but it
phone,
wasn't emergency.
electricity was like, yeah.
Yeah,
But like if you plug this first. and
there's
then-
no electric connection if you plug it in first.
Yes.
I would
and
be
then
comfortable asking my
if
sister, but I'm
there's
not.
some fluctuations like at
still
all
wants
o'clock.
I mean, you can ask her all of that. too. I also
I
won't
don't
be
think
able
it
to like take the
Because,
information and
because
give it to
even if
you
it did,
because
it
you're
doesn't
trying to
have
ask
electricity
something.
until it gets to this point, so there's no way for the battery phone energy to be zapped. Because
Do it. I
to
dare you.
do that, like it has to have some type of system to do it. So it doesn't.
What's that? Wait, till it ends my argument.
What's a salad?
no, thank you though.
Gross.
Oh, oops.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Somebody else.
Well, maybe if you didn't, maybe if you
Good.
didn't plug the thing in first.
Cashew.
How's
How's the salad? Is it any good? Anybody have it?
All the nuts.
They're
There's
really
kiwi in
good
there?
because your battery just gets that.
Maybe,
I'll smash some salad.
but I'll take that.
Got a little kiwi.
You guys, what's the concentration?
Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Did you put your hands in here?
I already ate them.
Yeah, but
No, I just dumped it out.
I'm gonna eat salad out of here.
I speak in there.
Well, I don't care about spit. I don't care about spit or pee. I care about.
You are.
What do you do? What do you do?
I care about dirty hands. You know.
Spat for the
I
camera.
have two kids at home. if I'm not getting peed on, I'm not doing my
Is this
job.
an Android camera?
No, I think it's an
I
iPhone.
have
Thing
that
is
same
charging.
camera. I don't have to delete it.
It's an iPhone.
Don't pause the camera. We need transparency here.
Yeah.
that how you see
What?
it? Is that true? Is that true? If you're not getting peed on, you're not doing your job as a dad? That's what
I
he
know,
said.
I know this
Oh,
guy.
okay, now I heard the full sentence, because like, I was like, what?
I know this guy
It's true.
Hold on.
who he has 2 kids. Like one is like 1 and the other is like 4. And he has changed 2 diapers.
That's the type of dad I want to be.
2 diapers.
What's the trooper?
Or he's a, I don't know, man.
That's my goal.
Since now he's having salad, I'll tell this fun story. So,
Oh, I don't care.
yeah, I was
I'm not very
yeah, he's like, I was about to change my son, like, I was thinking like, or like, I'm buying his, onesie,
Yeah.
and like, I wanted to lift, because like, usually you put like a new diaper underneath, and then like, you take off the old one, so like,
Yes, no.
for best results. And like, I was about to lift it, so like, I could like,
Uh-huh.
put the new diaper on, and then I felt like, too loose.
Mm-hmm.
From so much that you go all the way up here.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh wow. Full hand.
I got my daughter out of the car seat one day. I was taking her into daycare. So I was already dressed for work. Took her to school. Was going to get her out of the car. I was walking into the school. I got like halfway there. I was like, my arm feels wet. So I just kept going. And nothing you could, there's like nothing you can do. I get in. I get her through. I put her down, and she had pooped, and it came out. So I had poop. So basically, like, I changed her, did everything. I had poop on my shirt. So I got the shirt. This was over winter break, so there was no one really around. So I just like washed it out, put a sweater over it, and wore it the rest of the day. Nothing I can do.
What?
Just
So where
to
is it?
love my job.
More comfortable than sitting.
Is it? Can you find us someone to work inside?
What?
Wait, the organization
Oh,
actually
it's
not
good.
come to these?
No, they're outside, but they're waiting for another member for some reason. They won't come in.
Right.
But they're early anyways.
Does it really? This is the chillest financing we've had. Go on YouTube,
Oh, we
look
still
at the
have 5
other
minutes.
ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, we were like all
You
the
guys don't
time.
even know.
We were like 20 minutes late.
Usually we're like 15 minutes behind, but,
Well, help when groups don't show up.
I mean,
Yeah, that's money for us to give. More money left.
more money for my laptop.
Find use here.
No, you're supposed to take your
Thank
laptop
you.
from graduate school. Yeah. We have like a really stuff.
Nesby's here.
They were waiting on somebody, but.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need like.
You can let them you go if they want.
Quad core. It's gonna be pretty exciting. It's gonna give the best graphics on that thing, for that, because that's what it's gonna be used for. It's just, the only reason I'm taking it is because, they need someone to go. And if it's just gonna, and
Honestly, if you don't get a 2080, I don't think that it would like provide the results you have.
right. And I'll just hold up to it when I graduate.
If Nesby wants to wait, we can let 5U go
When I
now.
graduate.
Both finance.
And then Nesby will have time for
When I
the.
graduate, I'll like it.
She was just there. Oh, maybe she's still on.
Like, yeah.
They might have a
Let's use
row.
engineering programs
Oh.
are way, way more expensive.
Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna stop. It's ruining
They
everything.
will have to go like
Well, yeah, I don't wanna get some like schmuck, like.
You know, it's kind of hard, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like, a lot of the,
I know, but the thing about coding is to get a good coding job, you actually have to be a good coder. Now, it's not like chemical where you just prove.
What group is
like,
this?
oh, I got a chemical.
That's weird, that just had-
It's like, for
Nesby,
coding, like,
perfect.
you have to
you could go to Harvard or MIT and get a coding degree or computer science. and you
Me
can't
and
code or
Jay.
something.
Where do you work?
Why would they hire you? No, degree just use your foot for it. You have to be able to code.
The sewer district?
yeah, I mean, they use like, everything else. There's some
Yeah,
ICT
I-
majors, information systems majors.
No, I
that
mean
are
that-
learned from the same computer science majors.
Oh,
Yeah.
getting paid.
Did you need a computer or anything for
We have a
PowerPoint?
handout,
Okay.
if that
Perfect.
works.
Perfect, yeah, absolutely.
It depends.
So usually I set a 5-minute timer just so people know it's on time, so whenever you're ready, let me know and I can get that started.
All right, well, we'll get started right away.
Alright, cool.
My name is Christina Pope. This is Jalen McKinney. I'm the president of National Society of Black Engineers, and he is the vice president. And so we are coming to you guys today to present our proposal, so we can get funding to go to our national conference in March. We have a short little, it's in presentation form, so we have a short little handout for you guys. So if you guys want to look through it, see, we'll pretty much be going over all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'll start off. All right, so just a little background about what the convention is exactly. So once a year, the National Society of Black Engineers hosts a convention within the continental U.S. This upcoming year, it's going to be in Detroit, Michigan, from March 28th to the 31st. Things that happen at the conference include, well, first of all, there's a career fair and grad school fair for people, good networking opportunities, guest speakers, and various workshops to help the participants work on various aspects of their lives, be it how they handle things academically, some of the professional etiquette stuff, and then just being more involved in their community in general as a whole.
So the ways we believe that this, getting funding to this conference and going to this conference will help us is we have students from all ranges, from Trinity, who in the back who's a freshman, to myself, who is a senior. We have a different variety of students outside of just African American students. We also have some mixed students and students from the Middle East that like to get involved just with the message. So at the conference, as Jalen mentioned, there will be several workshops. For example, there's a leadership workshop that I went to that actually encouraged me to run for president. There are also workshops for My Sister and Brother's Keeper, looking out for your community, looking out for your school, ways to just make sure that the transition from one e-board to the next e-board goes smoothly. So there's a lot of things that are offered outside of just the career fair. On top of the fact that it looks good for the school when students get jobs in different areas outside of Cleveland or outside of Ohio. That, for example, our president 2 years ago, our president 2 years ago, he works at Honeywell. He got his interview and his job through the career fair there. He's working down in Kansas City right now. Our president last year, he got a job, he's doing his grad program right now, but he's lined up to get a job down in Florida as soon as he graduates, and he interviewed for that as well as at the conference. So it looks good on the school, it looks good on our organization, and on top of the fact that a lot of those connections that we make will bring back to Cleveland State. For example, during our regional conference, which was actually held here in Cleveland, we met up with FM Global, Lincoln Electric, Rockwell, and those are all connections that we have things lined up for this upcoming semester for not only the engineering department, but for all of the school to be involved with. For example, our event with Rockwell last semester was a networking event. It just went over professionalism, how to build your resume, how to speak to people, how to dress appropriately, whether that's business casual or business professional. And a lot of these things are also covered at the conference. So we believe that this conference would be very good for our students to bring something back to the school. Yes.
So you guys don't have any registration fees for this conference?
So the dean's office actually covered our registration
Okay.
fees.
And just so you guys know, there is a $2,000 limit for
Yeah.
off-campus.
We are aware.
I believe I left the comment there, like, you can either like rent a car and it will cover for like the rent, for like whatever it will cost plus gas, or like you can like round, because I see like in the end you will also request for like mileage reimbursement.
Yes.
So like you either will drive your own car and get like mileage reimbursement, or like you will get a car rental and like we will cover for the rent and gas.
So the way we plan on doing it as of right now, we are going to get 2 7-passenger. We have a total of 16 students that said they require transportation and housing. So we're going to rent 2 vans and have 1 student drive. That was the plan as of right now.
Because like your request is very clear and easy, so like the only thing is, because of our like bylaws and rules, we can like award you only $2,000 for off-campus or travel events. So from there, it's up to you guys on like how many people you want to take to the conference and like how do you want to best utilize this $2,000, so you won't have to pay out of pocket.
Mhm.
So I see the make you at like 5,000.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the price on there actually goes off of the highest hotel that NSB has to offer for us right now. our hope, the one that we're shooting for is the lower cost. But we didn't want to budget for the lowest cost and the higher hotel. However, we do have additional funds within our own SGA, student life funding, our own treasury, we have some funds there. And then the benefit of having connections with these different companies is that several of them have offered help to sponsor us with different types of events. So our plan was to sort of see if they would also help us out.
Anyone has questions?
Yes.
Question for you, or not question, but just a statement that this group kind of needs a decision on this very soon.
Yes.
On what?
A decision very soon, hopefully a little sooner than the actual decision date is gonna come out, just because they need to get their hotels kind of locked down.
The hotels are, we've been working with their advisor, the hotels are filling up very fast.
Okay, we will talk and then make it hopefully even before the weekend.
Okay.
Or like, well, it's Friday, so
Yeah, it's
before.
Friday
the-
now. Take as much time as you need.
We'll try the best to accommodate you guys, so thank you for the heads up.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you for your time.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, everyone.
Let me keep, I need
And if anyone else wanted a copy of that, we have 2 extra copies.
No, it's okay. Like next time, just like do the PDF so like you can say, hey.
Okay, so you would prefer?
Yeah, when you like, submit the budget, you can like upload codes on it, so like it's easy.
Alright,
Thank you. Like before we leave, we can take like a 10-second vote and say it.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I told her that, but
What's going on?
Hey, I know you.
Hi. How are you
Anyone,
guys?
man?
It's my job.
I do think like you're kind of biased here, and you may have to step out.
Nah.
You guys don't have,
Do you need like, for the presentation?
I made one, but I don't know if my MacBook can
I'll see what.
do it,
Yeah.
but it's like a,
Let me see.
like I'll just show you guys, so.
Yeah.
Pass the laptop around. It's like a newer, because we have some problems at our meetings, so.
So.
I can just pass the laptop around every time we change slides. Oh, it's okay. I promise I don't care.
You see like the officer attendant?
Yes.
Oh, there to be. Stand stop.
Their advisor was like, I'm not getting immediate notifications and the chapter advisor said it's a free group.
It's okay, you
Okay, there we go, we got it, everything's great. Okay.
And they're approved it though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we-
No, okay.
we try to, catch it.
just have your attention.
Okay, lady.
Oh, I'm already here.
Sorry, it's like little.
It's perfect, it's perfect, don't worry.
Okay, so my name's Megan Coughlin, and I'm the president of FIMU.
And I'm Carly Buchbacher, I'm the vice president of FIMU.
So today we kind of just wanted to thank you to let us like have the opportunity to give a little like presentation. So I just kind of put it together so you can have a little visual. Basically, we've never requested for anything. We didn't know we could. So this is the first time we've ever done it. But we are going to attend our FIMU Officer Academy, and it's happening this February, so 4 weeks from now, February 15th through the 17th. And then it's held in Disney's Coronado Springs. So we're just gonna go to Florida for the weekend. And then our headquarters is kind of in charge of planning that whole thing, and our headquarters is located in Peachtree City, Georgia. So the contact for that, her name is Hera Henschel, and she's our director of administration down in headquarters. So just a few facts about what's happening when we go there. So I was the vice president last year, and I had the opportunity to go, and she has not, so this is her first one. So basically who goes is over 900 attendees from campuses around America, and all 135 chapters are able to represent their own chapter So that means 127 members of each chapter are able to go. So 127 presidents go, 127 vice presidents go, 127 of each position that goes. So the positions are 6 of our members would be going. From any collegiate chapter, like I said, gets to represent it, but the president, vice president, treasurer, director, so our new membership director, the membership director, and then the director of harm reduction. So the programs are facilitated kind of by our headquarters and their staff, any volunteers who have kind of a lot of value to them. And then they present programs throughout the whole 3-day weekend of just leadership, skills, anything that can benefit a campus, anything that can benefit women or any sort of organization, just tips on how to run a successful organization on campus. And then they give the opportunity for chapters to meet with other chapters and just kind of intermingle and exchange ideas and just bring a fresh taste to your own campus. So there are 75 training sessions, and each member of the 6 gets to attend 12 of those. So it's really packed full of learning. Kind of as I experienced last year, you are learning all day. You get there, whatever, you hop off the plane, and then you're in a seminar, and they're okay, on to the next, and you're kind of running around. So they're long and really in depth. So I did bring something you guys can look at is the kind of just the
I hope you guys will have some fun also.
experience packet. So it's kind of just how it's kind of put together. So if you can pass it around and look at it.
This is the first year it's been in Disney too. Before it's usually just in Atlanta.
Yeah, right off the Atlanta airport, they have that conference attached to the Marriott Hotel. So this time they just kind of switched it up. I think that the hall was kind of already rented or something. So they just switched it up, but usually it's just in the conference. We're not doing anything Disney related there. Okay. So these are just testimonials from our headquarters staff, and it says, attending FIMU Officer Academy gives these officers a deep appreciation for understanding FIMU. Seeing over 750 of your sisters spanning from all parts of the country, from upstate New York to Hawaii, allows our leaders to see beyond and scope their campus and realize the impact their chapter can have on the entire organization and the campus. So it kind of brings both, which is very important. So how do we pay for it? It does cost $850 per chapter to go, but as you can see, our request is only for $125 or. Yes, so we did pay for half already. Our first payment was back in November 16th, so I did have it invoiced, so if you guys want to look at it, how we pay. We do pay through Bill Highway. It's just I don't know if you guys know what that is familiar. So Bill Highway is just kind of how our organization collects dues from each other and where we get our budget and money from. And then our headquarters, we exchange the money through there. So it is $141 per chapter member that goes, which is a pretty good price for 3 days of food and staying and 12 leadership and paying our headquarters and things like that. So our headquarters already did pay for the flights too. And then we did, like I said, we did our first payment back in November for $450 on ourselves, or $425 on ourselves. And then, like I said, the treasurer pays through Bill Highway, and then our next payment is coming due in our February statement. So that's when we would need our $450. Is that
I just set a 5-minute timer.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like I said, and then the benefits of FIMU would, for having assistance, would be that we can expand our budgets, and then that'll help us pay for further rooms. Room requests are kind of hard for us to pay for, so it would be nice to have money to actually do things like plan events on campus and get involved with campus. So that would kind of just help us. And then another testimonial is our goal is to help foster positive change and growth within our chapters with focus on position-specific training to ensure officers understand their role and responsibilities. They will be equipped with the knowledge, skills, tools, and resources to be effective leaders within their chapter. And then finally, the benefits of us attending this and then having the assistance. So first is FIMU, it would benefit us, obviously. Our members will be able to learn the necessary qualities and procedures to run organizations from the president, give successful learning programs, pay bills, collect our dues, just so everybody can work together better, and then recruit and educate quality women amongst our own campus with similar values to keep everybody safe. and then they will be able to build bonds with other members of our headquarters, and then obviously other chapters in America. Then it'll benefit Greek life. So just the upscale as well is to learn outcomes. They will improve our leadership amongst campus, and then women can take larger roles throughout Greek life, such as Order of Omega and other organizations throughout our Pan-Hellenic community. And then they can learn new techniques to improve our Pan-Hellenic sisterhood and recruitment as a whole. We'll learn that from people who are trained to actually do that. And then finally, how it's going to impact CSU, which is the most important part of why we're here, is it will improve the quality of our students by passing learning outcomes and leadership opportunities through other students, like friends and teachers and just people that you know throughout your other organizations, which student organizations are like a huge part of campus, making it fun and successful. And then pass on those techniques and cultures learned from other, other states we'll be able to meet with, and then they will keep our sisters involved on campus and other organizations to promote each other and then promote excellence in every endeavor. So philanthropic within, supporting each other and raising money for other organizations, social, making new friends in other organizations and supporting each other like we should. Educational, obviously we're here to learn because we're in college, so learning even like study tips or other things that other campuses do will help. And then just to promote a safe campus, we'll learn how Greek life can improve, because I know it has like a kind of a bad stigma across America, bad things happen all the time. So when you're in contact with headquarters and people are trained to promote a safer environment, we can bring those back to other organizations and promote, a healthier atmosphere for all of our students to grow. And then just, passing on that information to other student orgs. And I think that's all I have.
Very good.
Thank you for, first of taking the presentation so seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping it this cheap. Please, because I don't know why you haven't been updated yet in our sync, and because you don't show this officer yet, or maybe she just did yesterday.
We just did it, yeah.
And we'll be taking care of something. It's okay, just for future reference, we usually like either the president or the treasurer to submit the budget to us, because they are the most physically trained officers. But it's all good, and I don't have a question. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You answered everything.
Great job, Spencer.
Thanks.
Who's that?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we got. What time is it right now?
Oh, yeah.
5:40.
5:40.
5:40, okay, so I don't want to take them in just because they could show up at 5:45 and then just because they were on time to their meeting, you know what I mean? They have to
Who's
sit out
out there?
So you can give them no, you can let them go. You can let them come in. Yeah, if they're ready.
Yeah, don't let them make, wait for 5 minutes outside.
Well, it was more that they're technically.
Well, I don't want to punish someone for showing up on time, right?
Well, they're not here, so.
Well, it's not even their time.
I know. It's not punishing.
Don't do that.
Whoever's next, let me.
Hello.
Can I set my things over here?
Absolutely.
Do you need a laptop or something?
No.
Awesome.
I'm a talker, so I can Okay, well, hi everyone. My name is Lashina Brooks. I am the Vice President and Treasurer for Sigma Gamma Sorority Incorporated, the Theta Rho chapter here at Cleveland State University. So what I'm here for today is to ask for funding for the AFLV. So what that is it's an organization that teaches different fraternities and sororities, good leadership skills, educational skills, ways to network with different organizations. And how they do that is they teach us different community skills, so we go to different community events, we do speaking tests, so we do different things to just cope us and get us ready to get out there and to promote our own organizations. So what I have today is a lot of you, so we have 5. But what it is, do I get to know you guys?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay.
We are the important people there.
Oh, they're just here to look.
They need someone to stay.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so what I'm giving you guys here is a copy of our hotel registration, which will be $586. We have 4 members going, but fortunately, one of our members were able to be funded by the NPHC, so the Black Greek organization. So we will only need funding for 3 other members. So what you guys also see is the registration cost, which is $340 for each member. So in total, it would be around $1,000 and some change. So how this will be beneficial to Cleveland State University is, like I said, this is all fraternities and sororities. So it's just not Black Greeks, it's just not white Greeks, it's everyone as a collective. So how I look at it is, we go there and we collab and we bring all of that collaboration back to Cleveland State University. What we don't see a lot is different organizations collabing. So I think what students would like to see